You're watching Studio Ken. Make sure you don't miss any episode of Studio Ken by subscribing to the YouTube channel. To subscribe, search for Studio Ken on YouTube, click subscribe on the bottom right of your screen, and set a reminder. You can also watch Studio Ken on Diamond TV on Wednesday at 18:30 and on Saturday at 19 hours. Studio Ken, the home of Kennedy Gondwe, on YouTube.
It is not too often that you hear of a big-name Malawian musician whose music has broken borders. But when you mention the name Namadingo, then you'll probably be having a different conversation altogether. The 31-year-old has first become popular in Zambia because of his irresistible songs such as Mapulani and Perfekiti, while popular South African artist King Monada has expressed an interest in working with him. Away from his music, Namadingo is also known for his charitable works, so much so that the University of South Africa last year awarded him with an honorary doctorate degree for his humanitarian efforts in Malawi. The musician is my guest on Studio Ken today.
Siwa kukonda timaziba, just move on, pem 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 perere. Bama kunena timamvela, basakira reason, yeah. Go down, pick it up, na 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 na. Go down, pick it up, chitenge na Gucci. Achanya po, you are watching Studio Ken, and don't forget to subscribe.
Namadingo, welcome to Studio Ken.
Thank you so much.
You're one of the most happening musicians in Malawi at the moment, and your footsteps are slowly spreading across the region. How do you describe your music?
My music is music that is made for the people, like any other business in the world. And I want to have an impact on people, and that's exactly what I am realizing slowly, as you put it. So my music is beautiful. I find it to be beautiful music.
What impact do you think you're having on people?
Well, I've been doing music for some time. The immediate impact that I've seen, especially this year, I mean, it's just been a few months in this year, but mostly maybe last year, is that people celebrate love. And when you sing about love, it's like you're singing about that number one topic in the world that we all share. It's unlike any other topic. Love is what we all experience, regardless our religion or our belief in other things. But we all, at some point in time, experience love.
Indeed, we do experience love. And talking about people celebrating love, you yourself started off as a gospel artist. Is it fair to still describe you as a gospel artist?
No, it is not fair to describe me as a gospel artist. I think gospel artists are artists that have fully dedicated their music, or we should call it 100% of their message talks about the gospel, which is the good news of Lord Jesus Christ. My music is not such kind of a music. I do talk about God and my belief in God, but I also talk about other issues that are equally important to men. So as much as in the past I was that person who just liked talking about heaven and the afterlife, I realized that I have a role to play here on earth to the development of every man. So I want to address issues because people have different issues, and I'm such kind of a musician who wants to address so many issues. If I think I have the knowledge that can help someone through the music, then I have to.
Why the change from gospel to love? Did you find love in love?
I don't call it a change. I am accommodating both of these things.
Or is it a question of the secular music or secular music having more money than gospel?
No, I don't think so. But I'll say I want to positively contribute to the development of man. And that has two things. You have the spiritual aspect, you have the physical aspect. So when I talk about love, these are things that people experience physically. People have problems in love, people rejoice in love. And if I think my song is going to be used at a wedding and people will have fun and they'll enjoy, I have to do that.
But people also have spiritual problems. They backslide, they commit sin, they are tempted.
That's why my previous album, which is my most recent, which is about a year old now, has 21 tracks. And in the 21 tracks, 10 are strictly gospel. And 10 are just neutral. I talk about different issues.
Why is it that with your generation, or with you in particular, you've been able to break certain boundaries? Your music is like in Zambia, a bit of Zimbabwe, also in Ghana. A long time ago, when we were growing up, personally, I used to listen to the likes of Paul Banda, and then there was Pocha Puka.
Exactly.
I still can listen to Dichirisen. Then there was Lucius Banda. Recently, there's been Skefa Chimoto. There's Yum Laka Malilo at some point was also very big. But
Exactly.
you seem to be on a certain path.
Well, I think we owe it to the advancement of technology. Today, the world is a global village. We have platforms like YouTube, where whatever we do, we can upload it now, and within the next 5 minutes, people in America will be able to access it. So that has made it easy for us to break through. Now we're in that space where we share the content, the digital content. That's the currency now. So I think that we really owe it to technology and the internet and everything that has come.
Very recently, you were made brand ambassador for one of the banks in Malawi. Do you think that would have happened if you still stuck as a gospel artist, remained as a gospel artist?
No, it would not have happened. Bear in mind that a bank keeps money for different people who believe in different things. And it was only that the bank probably thinks or sees that I am not religious in my career. So I belong to everyone. I can sing music that appeals to different types of people. Muslims, atheists, Christians, they all believe in love.
Between the two, gospel or secular, in terms of money, which one would you rather go for?
Well, in gospel there is money, because you must bear in mind that if you're a very good gospel musician, you already have a following from the church that definitely will support you. Like in these times, now we're living in COVID times, and you might want to see it from an angle whereby you might talk to the church to help you. The church would help you.
But where's the most money?
The most money? I think that's a very good question. I've never thought of the money, because when I was just strictly into gospel, I made money, so much money.
But at least you've been able to compare. Yes, you're in gospel, you made so much money. You are making money right now. Where have you made the most money?
But I think I don't owe it to the message, but where the music is right now.
Where is the most money?
I think the most money is in good music.
Good music.
Not gospel or secular, in good music.
Okay, but at least you have sung gospel, you are doing secular. Both good pieces of music. Where is the most money?
Well, I'm making the most money now, but I don't know if you would then pin it to that's where the most money is.
Next question. Let's move to the next question.
Okay.
You're being made ambassador for the bank in Malawi. Came with you being given a brand new Mercedes Benz. How has that changed your life?
Well, coming from a country like Malawi, Malawi is one of those countries in the world that the economy is not such a good economy. We're struggling, but we'll get there. And once you come from such kind of a setup, such things don't really happen oftenly. And happening to me, it was a hallelujah moment. When you get that
A hallelujah moment in secular music.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly, but then it's really changed my life. I think there's just something about these things that changes even your mindset. Because prior to that, I was using a Mercedes-Benz, but I think it was a 2003 model. Exactly, and then
Not exactly an antique.
yeah. But then coming to this brand new Mercedes-Benz and you're on a payroll for about a year and 6 months, and you're quite getting good figures. Your vehicle is fueled, it's serviced by the bank, and it is yours actually. It is your vehicle.
So how much do you get paid?
No, I don't have to disclose.
No. How much fuel do you get?
Well, about 130 liters.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you attribute your success to?
Being different in a space where everybody is doing the same things, I think is key. Whereby, not to downgrade our musicians in Malawi, but I think for the longest of time we've been musicians who pretty much spend their time just to write the song, record it in the studio, do a show, and that's it. But if you're going to look to the West, probably we can borrow a leaf from there about what these guys have been doing. If they're not recording or they're not performing, there's something they're doing. For the likes, I mean, if you look at the American industry, you find comedians like Kevin Hart, who, if they're not performing, they're doing a movie. If they're not doing a movie, they're with David Beckham somewhere, doing something. So it's a big space. You can do a lot of things. You can experiment. You should not be afraid to take risks. Because even for me to sing a song that talks about love and not about gospel, that's a risk. But I'm still a young man, so I can take risks now other than later. So this is my time to experiment.
And that's a risk that you took when you once flirted with comedy.
Exactly.
I wanted to tell you white people that in Malawi, when a white person shows up at an event, now that's huge. Mpaka na wazungu kwiza kuno. Let's clap hands for the white people.
And it was going on well. It was really well, because I ended up doing my own concert that was going to run for about 3 hours. But I was the opener to my own concert. So I was the comedian and I was also the musician. Yeah, so it was really good.
Are you still a comedian?
I love humor. And I just thought I should concentrate on one thing, which is music. And I love it most as compared to being a stand-up comedian. So I am now concentrating on music.
How easy is it for you to fend off the temptations that come with being a star?
Well, I am a person who looks into my career as a scripted career. I should think about it before anything happens. Not everything is going to happen according to my script, but at least 70% must happen as I planned it to, unless otherwise. So I look at my career as a movie. If you have a movie star in the movie, it's not that he's really great than anybody in that movie. You find a guy who is fighting against 20, 50 guys, but he ends up to be the winner because the director says so. So I'm that guy who says, okay, so this is my career. I am the star in this career. And what do I do if I meet this temptation? Okay, what I do is I should not do this so that I remain the star. So exactly, that's what I do.
Are you in any way motivated by the fact that very few Malawian artists have made it on an international stage?
Well, it's a twofold. The first fold is I am motivated because it is not a simple thing to come out of that of that holding. But at the same time, I want the motivation that I've got to motivate others that are still locked in there. Yeah, so yeah, I am motivated.
You've been coming to Zambia a lot. As a matter of fact, you've even done a song entitled Musuma, which is about Zambia. Tell us more about that song.
Then tis the end of living stone, living stone, living stone. Tis the end of siabonga, siabonga, siabonga. Namadingo kundola, Namadingo kukitwe, Namadingo. chipata.
Well, the song is more of a prophecy to myself. I'm being a prophet of my own, where I'm seeing this land as an opportunity where I think people can easily get what I'm saying. I can easily speak their language. If you write it for me, I can easily pronounce the words and sing them fluently. So when I wrote the song, I was trying to speak about the future, to say, I'll make it there and I'll visit these towns, because it's all about talking about towns and the people I want to meet. And I've actually met lots of them before I put them in the song, but now I have met them in it.
What is it that you love about Zambia? Should we be looking up our sisters, nieces, aunties each time we hear, oh, Namadingo is at Mchinji border about to... I mean, on a serious note, what is it that you love about Zambia?
What I love about Zambia most is I don't feel different here. When I cross that border, it's just an imaginary line that I've crossed. And when I'm here, I equally feel at home. The language, the food, the culture, it's different to any other country in the world. I think this is the only country next on my list that is really like home, other than anywhere else in the world.
Is it not just a marketing strategy for you to penetrate the Zambian market? If Congo, for instance, liked your music, you'd probably be saying the same things about Congo, wouldn't you?
No, I would not.
Okay.
I would not say the same things about Congo.
Okay. Other than Musuma, you've also done Perfekiti and Mapulani. Let's start with Mapulani. What is it all about?
Ndinkahendera zanga ndisaname ndinalibire tu Mapulani.
Well, Mapulani is just a song that has a guy telling a girl about the plans he's making. I mean, the title, Mapulani, it's English, plans. So it's just about telling her your plans.
Perfekiti.
Ndikusamala zankazi wina kupatula uyu ena ndikuwatira dumu mainsegiti kandala makumwe ndi mapeza pakutapa mwezi tidzakhala pansi together kumenya mabudgeti.
Perfekiti is about telling her how perfect she is.
There you go. From gospel to typical love songs, secular. Yeah. Exactly. And in Malawi, you've been working with a number of artists to redo some of the reggae songs there, and you're calling it mashups. How did that idea come up?
Well, I was inspired. There's a young man back home who did my song in a reggae. He did a reggae rendition, and I liked the sound of it, of hearing my own song in a reggae genre. And then I thought, why don't I get a lot of my songs and make them as one song in a reggae version? And I did that. It really sounded nice. So I extended the invitation to Lucius Panda, one of our legends in Malawi.
Yes.
And
the soldier himself.
Soldier. And he accepted, and he came through, and we listed his songs, about 10 tracks, and we mashed them up together. That's how the name comes. It's like you're just mashing these things together. And we had a 10 minutes track that had a lot of his songs, and that really just went viral because we were taking people back in time. So that's how it came to be.
So how many genres would you do, or do you do?
Well, in Malawi, we are a community that has really just consumed almost music from across the world. And the genres that we've been exposed to will range from jazz to rumba in Africa to house music. So most of the times when you have a musician who is just going to come on into the industry, he doesn't really know where he really belongs to. And then you find on the same album you've got reggae, you've got R&B, you've got this and that. But now I think Afropop is where we are, sure.
Some of your critics in Malawi say the fame that you are enjoying has made you grow a big head. For instance, one of the things that was very topical at some point was that you belittled one of the legends in Malawi by saying he's not a legend, Lulu. What exactly happened there?
Well, I have come to learn not to comment on issues that the other person cannot comment about in the same space. So if you don't mind, I would not want to comment about that issue because it has a third party who is not here.
Okay, fair enough. Are you growing a big head because of your fame? Forget Lulu.
I am a very humble person.
Everyone would say that about themselves.
But I'll tell you one thing to say. Things that will probably make an artist grow elsewhere, or what the people of that place like to see in an artist, are not things that at home would make you big. For instance, in America, you have programs like they call it MTV Creeps, where artists will show, oh, this is the car I'm using now, or this is the house I've built. You might agree with me. Maybe we might share our countries. That is not really accepted here. Exactly. So I think for Malawi, if you get to be that person, and a lot of things, good things are happening to you, you're probably growing big-headed, or they already suspect this guy is big-headed.
But one of the things that also would come with that is the suspicion of superstition, juju. Is there a presence of juju in music? Have you experienced it?
Well, I don't believe anybody would really be a good musician after using juju. I, for one, don't believe.
Okay. So you've never even tried to use it? No one has offered it to you? Malawi is quite renowned for... You know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, but I don't believe in juju.
Okay.
Yeah, if at all it was there, probably would have used it for other important things, like boosting our economy, rather than just one person's interest.
Who's that woman that makes you tick?
That makes me tick. Rihanna Rice.
Okay. Is that your girlfriend?
Yeah, that's my girlfriend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How does she handle the fame that you are enjoying?
Well, it is difficult to have someone like me. I don't even know how I would be if I was her, because it's so difficult. For example, if she's gonna come with me to a concert, you know, the first line in the front, if you're on that stage, women are the ones that come through. Men would probably just sit there, but women are the ones that make noise and everything. Yeah, but then it's about knowing to say they're two different people. There's me, the real person, and then there's me, the artist. Okay. So once I'm on that stage, it's just an image.
Your work also involves a lot of traveling. So most of the times you're away from your girlfriend.
Exactly.
Aren't you one of those that would be calling every day, wanting to hear the sound effects on the phone each time you're talking to?
No, I know the kind of person she is.
Okay.
She's a very good person, very strong-minded. I don't even know how I got her. Okay. Yeah, I must have been. I'm very good. I think.
How
I'm
long
very
have you been
good.
with her?
Since 2016, 2016, the 6th of July.
And still counting?
Yeah, probably forever.
Forever?
Yeah.
Probably, or she'll be very upset if she hears that you are saying probably. When are you planning to marry her?
Well, the plan was for last year, actually, until something happened, and I did not have a wedding, obviously, and I have not yet had a wedding, but soon, pretty soon.
How soon is soon?
It's soon enough.
Soon enough is how soon?
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. The University of South Africa has awarded you with an honorary doctorate because of your humanitarian works in Malawi. How did that make you feel? It happened last year.
Well, when I got the call from the university, from one professor, I didn't believe it. I just thought someone was trying to trick me. Until they sent the official email and letter. And going through it, I still didn't believe it. I still didn't believe until I got to the university, because I had to go there for the graduation. So when I got to the campus, when I was in the Great Hall, seeing all these lots of people, and most of the people that graduated that day and got honorary doctorates were from South Africa. I really felt special coming from Malawi.
Why do you have so much of a soft spot for people that have got cancer?
I once was paid by a company, name withheld.
Why?
I once was paid to go and do a short video clip.
Share the name of the company. Yeah.
No. Because the story might exactly. But I was asked to go and do a video shoot in a cancer ward for children who are suffering from cancer, and the company had been sponsoring these kids. And when I went there, I really felt guilty that I was actually paid to go and do the video to promote the idea of the company sponsoring this particular ward. So I told the company to say, I think the kids need more help than just me coming there to shed more light on what the company has been doing and celebrate it. So we had a misunderstanding, and they told me not to do it. Then I thought, okay, I'll come back here and raise money for these guys. So I went ahead and launched my own campaign. I was just looking for about $1,500, but I ended up raising about $17,000 instead for this. So I'm very passionate because I got to learn about cancer, about these people, and I just want, every time I hear about somebody suffering from cancer, it reminds me of this project. So I feel called, and I answered the call.
Okay. Talking about your doctorate, do you actually demand that people should address you as Dr. Patience Namadingo?
No, I don't demand. I actually love to just be called Namadingo. Okay. Not even Patience, just Namadingo. I'm a Pan-Africanist, and Namadingo is the name for me. But when I got the title, I understood that I was not supposed to use it myself. But then everybody started calling me Doc. And I just loved the sound. And then I accepted it. And I thought, well, if everybody wants me to be called the Doc, then probably I am the Doc. So yes, but I don't demand, I don't get offense. If someone just calls me Namadingo, it's good. If they call me the Doctor, I love it.
Okay. Where do you see yourself musically in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I see myself having a visible presence in the world. For now, the presence is in Malawi, and it is here in Zambia, and a little bit in Zimbabwe, maybe elsewhere. But this year, by December, we should be having a presence in the SADC region. So in 5 years, that's a long time. 5 years, that's a long time. America, Asia, Europe, everywhere, we should be there.
At any point, does politics appeal to you? We've seen musicians have gone into politics, Uganda, one of them.
Well, politics is not my thing, but I really have the heart for the people. And sometimes it seems the road or the access to the resources of the people to make use of them only lies in the hands of the politicians. So I don't have interest in politics, but I probably have interest in how these resources are run. Sure.
The last thing that I'm going to ask you to do is to look into that camera and sing Mapulani.
Okay. I will have to change my posture.
Okay. All yours.
Ndinkayendera zanga ndisiname panali biretu olopulani tango kumana iwe ndi indebe babe ona ndikusanja Mapulani kuma kuno ndikumbali baby tili awiri ine ndikutsitsa mfundo manifesto kuma ndikangolowa muboma lako ine sindzatula pansi udindo kuma utsutsa boma samalepera madamiji kuma ulendo unondeya kumana nazo ndilibe chipani ine independent iwe ndiwe my running mate kuma hey Mapulani yanga hey.
Wonderful. Pleasure.
Thank you. Does it sound good?
Oh, of course it does.
Do you prefer it was gospel?
Why are you asking me answers instead of asking me questions?
I'm asking you, do you prefer it was gospel?
Well, because I've never listened to any of your gospel tracks. I should have asked you to sing a gospel track, but it's fine. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's been a pleasure.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay.
Siwa kukonda timaziba, just move on. Pem 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 perere. Bamakunena timamvela basakira reason, yeah. Go down, pick it up. Na 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 na. Go down, pick it up. Chitenge na Gucci. Achanya po. You are watching Studio Ken, and don't forget to subscribe.